Ryan, how important is this game for you guys coming back home after the bye week and the trip out west?
It's a very important game for a number of reasons, and the guys know it, and everybody's looking forward, obviously, to get back to BMO, and they're really excited for the game.
Is there any thought that I wouldn't go as far as saying panic button's been hit yet, but with the changes that and the additions that you've made into this team in a short period of time?
No, it'd be panic buttons if we were getting beaten 1-2, 3-0 and we were never in a game. But as I said, if we'd be second in the conference if the game went for 80 odd minutes. So when you're in that situation, you can kind of see that there's it's only a small adjustment, a small kind of area that we need to sort out, and once we get that going, then obviously we've proved that this season that we're very competitive.
So no need to panic just yet?
No, not at all. Again, in this league, if you take 3 or 4 games and you have a little run, then it changes pretty quickly.
What does Bobby Convey bring?
Well, he brings MLS experience. He's been around the league for a long time. He's been in Europe with obviously Reading, and he brings close to 50 US national team caps. So we know Bobby well, and I played with him at DC as well, and so he brings a lot on and off the field.
He can play a number of positions. Have you given any thought as to how you're going to deploy him?
Yeah, obviously his crossing is a major strength. He knocks some fantastic balls. He's very comfortable on the ball out wide, and we do need some productivity out in the wide areas.
When is he expected in, Ryan?
About 10 minutes ago when he just walked in.
Oh, okay.
You don't see him?
No, I did not see him.
Oh, he's just standing out there.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
He was interviewing people.
No, he's coming. He's coming out, and we're going to run him ragged in a little training session there.
Could he play Saturday? Tomorrow?
I don't think he'll be playing, but hopefully he'll be in the squad.
Do you have any other injury concerns?
Yeah, Richard's not there. Logan's not there. Hogan's in doubt as well. Daryl Russell's in doubt, and Gale's in doubt.
How close is Terry to return?
He's just getting back now, and again we'll give him a little extra running around. But I think another week's training next week, and I think he should be all right.
Do you feel that the players coming in has stopped for the time being, Ryan, with this recent reinforcements?
No, if we can get players that we can improve the team, we still will. Like already Stevens, just his presence on the field has been valuable to the younger guys and to the squad. So he's been a great addition, and Jeremy as well. So with Bobby coming in, and ultimately my job is to make this team better. And if we can bring players that we think are going to make the team better, then we will.
You talked about in the past about you needed a defender kind of to take the game by the scruff of its neck towards the end. Do you see Caldwell as that kind of defender?
Well, he's proved over his career in England to be a very vocal, very dominant centre back. He's a leader, and so yeah, I mean he ticks a lot of boxes there. Fisher, he's just a good player as well. So yeah, I mean, I think he'll be, as I said, an improvement. It'll help out the team, and he'll help out the defence.
You knew when you came here that you had a massive job in front of you, given the history of this franchise on the field. Has it proved to be a bigger task than you had envisioned, or has it pretty much been what you expected?
Probably not as big. I thought it'd be even bigger. I didn't think we'd be, after 10 games, virtually in every 10 games, maybe the Vancouver, the first game of the season, we'd probably beaten 3-0, but virtually every single game, you can actually, and not me being biased, I think every probably could say we competed and we're in the game and we could have won or drawn, but I didn't think I'd be able to say that after 10 games. I definitely didn't think I'd be able to say that. I definitely, when I first came in, I knew it was a huge job, but the improvement that these guys have made over over a couple of months. And this takes time. I mean, you know, when you've had 7 years of mediocrity, it's very hard to just flip it like a light switch. I mean, the whole club, the whole infrastructure can get lulled into that mediocrity as well. So you just can't turn that on and off. It's a gradual move. But the improvement that these guys have made in that is probably, going to the original question, we've made quicker strides than I thought we would.
Any surprises in the squad tomorrow? Do you think Caldwell will play a big role, or Rocky?
Yeah. Jeremy will get some time, and obviously Stephen will be there, and yeah. Hopefully Bobby involved as well. If he does it right here, so yeah, the new guys should have some time at the field at some stage.
What are you expecting for Columbus? They've had some issues too, some injuries. They're obviously fairly desperate. You have good intel on them, that's for sure.
Not bad intel on them. I mean, they're a good. You look through their squad, and they're a very good team. I mean, if you look over the past 2 years, 3 years, they've won the most games, I think, out of any club in the MLS. So they're a very good squad. They're a very hardened MLS team, and so it'll be a very difficult game. But one game that we're really looking forward to.
Are you at a point now where, I mean, you want to win every game, but at this stage, just because you want to get the supporters back, and despite the progress you say you've made, are we getting near to must-win situations?
Well, I don't think it is must-win situations, but yeah, we obviously know that we all knew when we took the squad, what we had. It was going to be a tough season, a season of kind of progression, and as I said in your question, and I think these guys from when we first got them to now they're a different kettle of fish. I don't think there's in every MLS game we're there or thereabouts. We're pre-season. I've got to admit, I thought, yeah, I think you answered my question there. So it gives me a lot of really optimistic. Moving ahead, it must win. Yeah, of course. We always want to win, but I have to look at the kind of the short and long term, and we will add. In the summer, we will add even better players, name players that will people will know of, and we'll only get better and better.
How serious of a look are you taking at the Brazilian centre back on trial with them? Well,
it's just he's played in Serie A, and he's played in the Greek first division there. So it was a free look, and he's done well. It's we'll give him a game in the reserve game and see how that goes. But yeah, we're always serious. If we can improve the squad, then yeah, definitely.
There were some reports that Diego Forlan is eyeing MLS. What would your thoughts about how he would do here?
There's also thoughts that Xavi and David Villa and Kaká, yeah, Forlan, I think they'll do all right. Yeah, mate. He might. Yeah, I think I'll be all right.
You said you might add some players people would know of. Is that for this year? Is that looking ahead to next year? Yeah.
That's this year. We're looking to add, at least one or two, prominent players that are going to improve the squad, improve it, on and off the field. That's something I think we haven't had really hit Toronto here, and something that obviously can, help the team, elevate to a different level.
I know you're focused on your team, but did you cast an eye on the Maple Leafs' recent playoff ride and their roller coaster? You take anything out of what happened to them?
Yeah, I thought what the coach has done there compared to it's a very similar thing. I think last year he had half the season to really look at his team and found out what he had, and he changed it for the season, and you could tell it was a different DNA of a Toronto team, and it's the brutality of sport, and they kind of did probably what we've done for the last few games. So it's unfortunate, but I think you could ask anybody. It'd be pretty exciting for next season because they're only going to get better.
When do you expect after him to go back to England?
It's up to QPR really. So we're talking to them. Him and John. We're just kind of up. It's kind of up to them. So yeah, hopefully hopefully we can keep him longer.
Is it kind of like a one-for-one change with him and Convey at this point?
Yeah, well, we obviously have to prepare ourselves for beyond that. And at the stage when we came in here, there was nobody, there was no scouting, there's nothing. So we needed to get just band-aids to kind of help us out. And unfortunately, they're going to have to go back at some stage, and it's bought us a bit of time to bring in the guys like Bobby that we see as a bit more long-term.
Is Ben Haim still a possibility, or talks with that pretty much?
We're still talking. So obviously it's progressing, and if we can get him, that'd be he's a great player.